Welcome to Sanctuary, everybody. As you come into this space, we're going to sing a whole bunch tonight. We've got a whole bunch of songs that are great for harmonies, so get your harmony hat on. Feel free to make yourself comfortable in a way that opens up your voice. Stretch out a little bit. Take some deep breaths. We're going to start out with a song by Mummies called We Shall Be Known.
We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle round to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now. It is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle around to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now. It is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love.
All right, friends. We're going to bump up the energy. All right, well, we can all dance together. Let's all rise in body or in spirit. This is a song from the Sanctuary album, which comes out next month, that Matt Meyer edited, did the lyrics for, did the new melody for. It's so cool. Turned into a jammer. All right. We'll start with the traditional part, and then we'll do Matt's version. Bright morning stars arising. Bright morning stars arising. Bright morning stars arising. Day is a-breaking in my soul. Bright morning stars arising, bright morning stars arising, bright morning stars arising. Day is a-breaking in my soul. Bright morning stars arising, bright morning stars arising,
In the Unitarian Universalist tradition, we light a flaming chalice to mark this time together as sacred, set apart. For those joining online, we invite you to light a chalice or candle at home if you have one, or just take a deep breath with us and settle into your body. Life is a gift for which we are grateful. We gather in community to celebrate the glories and the mysteries of this great gift. Thank you.
Well, welcome all to Sanctuary Boston, a community of vibrant worship and real connection, grounded in Unitarian Universalism and open to seekers of all kinds. My name is Matt, and I'm the Director of Community Life here at Sanctuary, and it's such a joy to be with you all this evening. I'm so looking forward to this service, the last in our 4-part series on losing the map and finding the compass. For a few of these services now, we've been exploring what it means when the terrain has shifted, when the steady, stable, consistent world around us no longer is any of those things, and we need to find some other way forward, when we need to find a way forward together. And so I'm looking forward to our final service in that series, to Lizandra sharing a reflection this evening. I have been in meetings all day yesterday, and looking forward to most of tomorrow and half of yesterday. And at the beginning of this long series of meetings I've been in about Unitarian Universalism, someone said this phrase that we often say in the Unitarian Universalism, which is that this is a living tradition, which is such a beautiful phrase. And it was the president of the denomination who said, you know, we don't often speak about how those two things are in conflict, how they are in tension, how they oppose one another, that the livingness, the moving forward, the doing new things, the growing and changing is kind of the opposite of tradition, doing it the way we did it yesterday, and that's a tension we live in. And that's something that I think is core to Sanctuary Boston, this community grounded in Unitarian Universalism, a community that was formed to try and do something totally new, to bring a different kind of worship into Unitarian Universalism, to bring back ancient traditions of ritual, of communal singing, of taking time to be in silence together, to pray together, to light candles together, to do these old rituals, but do them in a new way, to bring our tradition with us, to root ourselves in a tradition, to root ourselves in a community, so that we can meet a new day, which is unlike any other day before it, so that we can meet the moment we're in, even when everything around us feels new and feels uncertain, which is certainly the way I've been feeling every day that I read the news recently, is this is all new, and I don't know what to do, and I'm grasping for some sense of rootedness, some compass to find a way forward. So I invite you into that spirit of reaching for what grounds us, reaching for relationship and connection, for some spiritual practice, while also moving forward together into the unknown. Welcome to this worship gathering, beloveds. I'd like to invite Heather to come read our words of welcome. And I invite you all to read along with whatever words or phrases or fonts most resonate for you.
I invite you to join me. Whether you go to church on Sunday mornings or light candles on Friday nights, whether you've been hurt by religion, saved by it, or some of both, whether you are brand new to spiritual community or a seasoned seeker, whoever you are, whatever you are, wherever you are on your journey, let's say all together, we welcome you.
We're going to sing a song together that has 3 parts. Let me make sure I've got the note here. So once you've got a part, you can stick to it forever, or you can jump on one of the other 2 parts that we'll teach you. The first one just keeps going down until it ends up coming back up again. Oh, and the words, you need to know the words. They're very challenging. Open my heart. That's all you need to know. The first part goes like this. Open my heart. Open my heart. Open my heart. Open my heart. Let's try that. Open my heart. Open my heart. Open my heart. Open my heart. Beautiful. Once more. Open my heart. 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 Open my heart.
Hello, everyone. My name's Lysandra. I use she, her pronouns. Can everyone hear me well? All right. Perfect. This is my reflection for tonight. I remember sitting in the passenger seat on sunny days as a young child while my dad would drive through the winding back roads, highways, and tiny Boston streets. He never checked his phone or glanced at a map. I used to joke that he had Google Maps implanted in his brain, but the truth was, he just knew the way. He always did. Growing up in the era of GPS, I was baffled by this. He could get from our house to New York City or simply down the street to the grocery store without needing any directions. My dad always had the answer to everything, and as a kid, I truly thought he was the most intelligent man in the world. If I were ever stuck on anything, whether it was a math problem or just feeling unsure about something, I could always turn to him. He would know what to say, whether it was teaching me how to use a computer, handle a school project, or even just be there to comfort me when I was upset. He always knew how to get me back on track. He had a way of showing me that even the most complex problems had a path forward. It wasn't just that he had solutions. He was able to give me the confidence to believe that I could find them too. He was my compass. My dad first brought me to church when I was 6 years old, and at first, I absolutely hated the idea. I was so anxious to start going to a brand new place without knowing anyone there. Plus, it was taking precious time out of the cartoons I would have been watching on Sunday morning instead. But over time, I was able to find my community at church. I made deep connections with the friends my age, and while we were taught the values of UUism through the guidance of our Sunday school teachers, this helped me find my identity, and even at such a young age, it gave me the language for what I believe and space to ask questions without judgment. I didn't feel pressured to have all the answers. I felt encouraged to be curious and to explore. My father passed away suddenly when I was 12, which made my life completely flip upside down. Suddenly, he wasn't there. I remember trying to fall asleep in my house that night, realizing there would be no more quiet talks in the car, no tucking me into bed at night after a tough day, no more warm bear hugs. That silence was the loudest thing I had ever heard. I didn't just lose a person, I lost the steady sense of direction that had grounded my life. Everything felt unfamiliar. I began to doubt myself in ways I never had before. Without my dad to turn to, I was faced with more complicated questions. Who am I without him? How do I know what's right? What guides me now? I felt numb, and my numbness wasn't just about grief. It was about trying to figure out how to move forward, how to make decisions, and how to keep going myself. How could I do that when my compass was gone? I was lost in a thick, disorienting fog. In that moment, I didn't just need directions. I needed orientation, a sense of purpose, of grounding. I needed something to remind me of who I am and why I keep going, even when the path is unclear. I wasn't looking for a step-by-step guide. I was looking instead for a compass, something internal, something resilient, that I could carry with me no matter where I was. It took me a while to find this, but later in high school, being part of the youth group at my church gave me more than just a community. It gave me a guide, a way to navigate challenging moments. It served as a reminder that all of our values, at their core, center around love. It wasn't just about the discussions and the games of sardines in the dark. It was about becoming the kind of person who could listen, support, and show up for others. Our ritual of candles was the part that made me feel most at home. We'd sit in a circle, dim the lights, and one by one, people would have the opportunity to go up and light a candle and share whatever was weighing on their minds during the week. Sadness, hope, confusion, or joy. It was incredibly comforting to have people just listen. And in that listening, we built trust. That's when I realized this is what it means to be held by a community and loved. In those moments, I wasn't alone. I was seen, I was heard, and I was loved just as I was. That practice, week after week, taught me that sometimes simply showing up is the holiest thing that we can do. Sitting cross-legged around the chalice, I felt my sense of self begin to rebuild and the fog begin to dissipate. As many of you know, UUA recently put the UU values on a diagram, and while brainstorming for this theme, Matt helped me see that our UU values are now drawn in a shape that resembles a compass. Unitarian Universalism lifts interdependence, pluralism, justice, transformation, generosity, and equity, centered around love. They're not a strict set of rules, but something to guide us when we feel lost or uncertain. A way to recenter, pause, and say, what matters most here? They help us make sense of things even when the path ahead isn't clear. These values were a necessary guide when my life took another unexpected turn. In my senior year of high school, my mom was diagnosed with a rare and aggressive cancer. And in that year, everything was uncertain. No one knew how long my mom would have to go through chemo and radiation, how long it would take her to be able to eat again, to have the energy to do the things she loved most, like going on the most extreme roller coasters that you can find. And as the oldest sibling, I had to step up and take care of my little brother, bring him to school, and go through the college application process myself. Having my church and youth group there to support and guide me using these shared values was what really helped me get through that time. They provided a community where I could just be a regular teenager. When I stepped into the youth group room every Sunday night, I was able to leave all my hardships at the door and be present and silly, just like a regular teenager, with my community there for me, providing me love. The UU values don't provide a shortcut, but they do offer clarity in the chaos. They give us direction without demanding uniformity. They offer steadiness, even when the world around us feels unstable. They are the streetlights in the fog, pointing us back towards love. That image feels like the perfect metaphor to describe our community, fluid and flexible, but always rooted in something more profound. It reminds us that we do not have to walk the same way to walk together. It doesn't tell me exactly where to go, but reminds me how to move with care, courage, and intention. It forms the ethical backbone I return to again and again. It's the stars I navigate by, the gentle but persistent pull toward the hope of a kind and just world that we are all worthy of. It reminds me our map isn't a fixed set of directions. It's something we sketch and resketch together. What works for one of us might not work for another, but our compass and shared values always point us toward love. It's dynamic and evolving, and it makes room for growth. We're not here to follow one person's map. We're here to make meaning together, to hold each other accountable to the values that we claim, to keep asking, how can we love more boldly? How can we build a world that reflects our most profound truths? And how can we make sure that no one walks alone? I still don't know how my dad always knew where to go, but I do know what he taught me: how to move with kindness, how to love boldly, and how to never stop showing up. That's the compass he left me, and I carry still. So when you feel lost, as we all do, may you reach for your compass. As I learned growing up with my church community, may you trust that love still has a direction for you. And may we together keep choosing the path that leads toward justice, toward wholeness, and toward one another. Thank you.
This is a great one to sing along to as well. And if you need an anchor, you can always sing along to the part that Tayward will play here first.
You said you'd hold me till the pains of life were gone. sitting here wanting memories to teach me to see the beauty in the world through my own eyes. Since you've gone and left me, there's been so little beauty, but I know I saw it clearly through your eyes. Now the world outside is such a cold and bitter place. Here inside I have few things that will console. Then I try to hear your voice above the storms of life. Then I remember what I was told. I am sitting here wanting memories to teach me to see the beauty in the world through my own eyes. I am sitting here wanting memories to teach me to see the beauty in the world through my own eyes. I think on the things that made me feel so wonderful when I was young. I think on the things that made me laugh and made me dance and made me sing. I think on the things that made me grow into a being full of pride. I think on these things, for they are true. I am sitting here wanting memories to teach me to see the beauty in the world through my own eyes. I thought that you were gone, but now I know you're with me. You are the voice that whispers all I need to hear. I know a please, a thank you, and a smile will take me far. I know that I am you and you are me and we are one. I know that who I am is numbered in each grain of sand. I know that I've been blessed again and over again. I am sitting here wanting memories to teach me to see the beauty in the world through my own eyes. I am sitting here wanting memories to teach me to see the beauty in the world through my own eyes.
Hello again, everyone. So today's offering goes to UMass Action, a statewide advocacy organization that partners with UU congregations across Massachusetts to take action for immigrant justice, climate justice, housing justice, racial equity, and more. UMass Action has had a profound impact on my life. I joined their youth corps in high school, and through it, I learned what it truly meant to advocate, to lead, and to speak truth to power, even as a teenager. We met with legislators, organized events, and built community grounded in all our values. One of the most powerful memories I have from the youth corps and UMass Action was sitting in a meeting with state lawmakers to advocate for housing justice and youth job bills, and in that realizing that my voice as just a young person could actually help move policy forward. It was the first time that I felt the full weight of what leadership meant, not as just a title, but as a responsibility to others. That experience truly shaped who I am and what my values are today. It gave me and so many others the opportunity to step into leadership on issues that we care deeply about and to do it with courage, clarity, and community. Now I have the really wonderful opportunity to serve on the UMass Action Board, and I continue to be inspired every day by the work this organization does to help people find their voice and act in solidarity. So if you feel moved to give, we invite you to do so, and every gift really helps fuel change. So thank you.
There is a love holding us. There is a love holding all that we love. There is a love holding all we rest in this love.
We all come to this place from the busyness of our different days. Some of us have had the very best day ever, and for some of us, this was a particularly hard one. From wherever you are coming from, the things that are on your heart and mind are known here, loved here, and welcomed here. Like Lysandra said, when we share those things from our hearts with one another and listen deeply to one another, it builds trust in our community.
There is a love holding us. There is a love holding all that we love. There is a love holding all we rest in this love.
I invite you to join me in prayerful song. Make us aware we are a sanctuary, each made holy and loved right through with
may all of you carry your compass gently, knowing it lives not in answers, but in the love you offer and receive. When the fog rises or the path disappears, may you remember we walk together, and love will always show us the way.
You're the soul who understands scars that made me who I am. Through the drifting sands of time, I got your back and you got mine. If you bear a heavy load, I'll be your wheels, I'll be the road. I'll see us through the thick and thin, for love and loss until the end. 'Cause you carried me with you from the highest of peaks to the darkness of blue. It's just too bright to see.
Like a lighthouse in a storm.
Storm, you were always guiding me. Yeah, it's true. You carried me with you. From the day it all began, yeah, you were there, you took my hand. And when I hurt a bit too deep, you watched me as I fell asleep. And when my head was in the clouds, you found a way to pull me out. You picked my heart up off the ground and showed me love was all around. Yeah, you carried me with you from the highest of the peaks to the darkness of blue. It was just too bright to see. Like a lighthouse in a storm, you were always guiding me. Yeah, it's true. You carried me with you. Oh, we'll be sitting on the world together, watching as the day turns into night. We know how to brave the stormy weather, and we're never giving up without a fight. If you should ever bear a heavy load, I'll be your wheels, I'll be the road. I'll see us through the thick and thin, for love and loss until the end. 'Cause you carried me with you from the highest of the peaks to the darkness of the blue. I was just too bright to see. Like a lighthouse in a storm,